Good morning, everybody. My name's Valerie, and this is my little Violet. she's she's laying over the pillow right now. And today we are coming to you, and we are going to talk about some of my debt-free stuff that I'm going through right now. I'm working to become debt-free. As you guys know, about a year ago, I had to have emergency gallbladder surgery, and I was off work. And when I went back to work, my hours got slashed. And so since then, I have been struggling with debt. I have been struggling with making my minimum payments. I have just really had a really hard time. So I decided, you know what, this is ridiculous. I should be in better financial shape than what I am at my age. So I decided that I'm going basically on a financial diet. I have to. So I started cutting everything back as much as I possibly could, and now I feel really comfortable. I have cut back practically everything that I know that I can. There's a few other things I might be able to cut back in order to get some debt paid, but excuse me, my hair is just freaking out today. But anyway, so what I thought was kind of interesting is that I hear about budgets. You always need to budget every single month, and that you need to assign where each one of your dollars is going to. Um, and I always heard about budgeting, but I never heard about that part, that every dollar needs a place to go. And so this last couple months, I really have been working with that. I hadn't really done that much before. Um, but because I get to like a certain point and then I think, what am I supposed to do with the rest of it? Should I pay this? Should I pay that? Should I pay this? Should I pay that? I was very flabbergasted of what to do and what to, and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, so I really decided that this year I was going to really do that. So, the last couple months I've sat down, I've done my budget, and I have assigned each one of my dollars a place to go. And I'll tell you what, after this month, the second month doing that, it has been wonderful. And I do a budget twice a month because I get paid twice a month. So sometimes I get paid three times a month, but most majority of the time I get paid twice a month. So every 2 weeks I sit down, I do my budget, and after this time I did it last week I think, or a couple, it was almost 2 weeks ago, and going through and getting things paid and everything, and budgeting, I've actually seen that I have money. Before I was always afraid I was going to be broke, but by putting money back, paying myself first and getting like some savings put back, wow, that's nice. Because there's been times I think, oh, I'm really broke, I don't have no money. And I think, oh, wait, no, I got some money I put back. So I'm really not broke, but I do have a little bit stashed back, and I'm continually putting money back for that. So it is my emergency fund that I'm trying to establish, and I'm trying to get. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, but it's starting to get there. And I'm starting to see some things change. Like I said, the last year I've been really struggling. I went from, depending on my credit cards and debt to make my bills and to get groceries and to, get gas to get to work and stuff like that, to really, going to all cash system, and that's really hard and it's scary to do. But I did that, and that takes a while to do and to get used to it and to stick by it. Did I always, right when I decided to do that, did I always make it? No, there was times I still had to charge a little bit here and there, but then finally I got to the point where I didn't have to. So if you're in that situation, cut the the debt. Don't put any more on your cards. Don't go into debt any further because it's going to take you that much longer to get out of debt. So excuse me, but I need a shot of something here. Okay. So another thing I did about a year ago is I went through and I wrote down. I've been listening a lot to Ramsey, and I went through and I wrote down what my debts were, how much I owed them, who I was indebted to, and that kind of thing. And then I kind of just left it. I didn't really refer to it or anything like that. Um, but I just recently found it. Now I'm dropping all my papers. I got my calculations on here. Oh no, I don't. It's on this one. Okay. So, yeah. So I got my list right there. I wrote down all my debts. This was about a year ago, and so I was really kind of feeling disheartened that I hadn't really gotten a lot paid off. So I started looking at this, and I'm like, well, I'm not really gotten a lot paid off, but I did get a lot of it paid. So even though I'm not getting a lot of debt paid off by paying the minimums on things and so forth, I am dropping my debt. It's getting lower. So if you guys feel like that, if you're at a point where you just like it's been a year and a half, you don't feel like you've gotten really anything paid off, maybe a few bills here, a few bills there, and that you've just been struggling to work to get things paid. Um, go back a year ago and see what you owed on those items, and compare, and you'll be surprised and total up every year how much debt that you've paid off that year. Just because or paid that year, it doesn't have to be paid off. I mean, if you're paying on a debt and it's going down and you're not making the balance go back up, then that's a good thing. So, and you need to see that type of um, you need that for motivation. You need to see that this is that you are what you're doing is working. So it was really very helpful for me to go back and look. And actually, I went back and looked, and I actually was able to pay. I've paid off 3 debts completely, and those totaled. Hang on, where did I have that? I wrote that down somewhere. Yeah, those total there's $639.10. That was what I completely paid off. Okay. Now I also paid debt down. I didn't pay it off, but I did pay debt down. And it was, let's see here. One, two, three, about three debts that I've been paying consistently and have paid down. Um, and that totaled. Now the one was my house, and I did not put that in there. And one was my car, and I did not put that in there. But I'm going to. That's three. So it was about 5,000 and $5,400, and then the six. So about $6,000 that I paid down in debt in this last year, and some of that was paid debt off. So my system, I'm moving slowly, but I went back to paying all cash for everything, and that was part of the reason. And now and I was smoking part of that year too, so a lot of my money was going for cigarettes, and now I haven't. It's been 101 days no smokes, not smoking, and I'm approaching. I think it's over. I'm approaching 800. I know it's 800 and something. It may be even close to 900 in money that I have saved, dollars I've saved by not smoking. So that is, a benefit to me, is that, from October 24th until now, that's how much money I would have spent out on cigarettes, smoking. And instead, I'm paying all my debts. And I'm feeling, I'm seeing, I'm getting money saved. I'm getting some balances down. I'm getting ready to pay off. Next month, I'm going to be able to pay off a loan that I have. And that's going to be great. And I also am hoping that I might be able to pay another 2 debts off. Those would be like 2 credit cards. So yeah, I'm working into it, and things are starting to fall into place and happen. So all my hard work has been paying off. And I'm very, very glad to see that. So if you guys feel like, that's not, that your hard work's not paying off and that you're not getting anywhere, go back. You need to go back and figure out exactly how much did you pay on your debts for the year. Even if you have to go through your checkbook and find, okay, here's where I paid this, and write it down or whatever. I know my checking, I have online checking, and I can like put in like date ranges. I can even search for certain amounts and that kind of thing, to do like a little reports on them. So yeah, try to do some of that stuff because it is amazing, what um, it's an amazing feeling to go back and realize, hey, I am paying. I am doing something. I'm getting there, I may not see it, a big time see it, but a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And I'm starting to get to where I'm in the race. I'm in it, and I'm in it to win it. And it may take me a few years, but I'm going to get there. So that's a mindset you have to get, because it's not going to happen overnight, and it does take time. And it takes I think a combination of a lot of different things. Budgeting is really a good tool that you really need to do. Budget every time you get a paycheck. Okay? That's what I do. Assign each one of your dollars a place to go. And you will be more confident in your budgeting if you do that. And I'm amazed at how much more confident, how much more better I feel. If that's a word, much more better. How it's more like a relief. It's like I'm not like panicked or anything. Like, okay, this is what I've gotten paid this week. This is, everything that was due was paid, and I have this amount that can go to debt. I have this amount that I'm putting. I know where my money is. I know where my money is going and where it's at. And that gives you a confidence. It really does give you a confidence. Um, in life in general. It just gives you some confidence. Okay. All right. So, yeah, and I got my budget. I don't do a fancy budget. I know a lot of people go, you can get online and get these apps and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. I'm old school. I have notebooks, and I like to just sit down, and I just throw the date up there when I'm going to get paid. I got how much I'm getting paid. I'm going to show you guys that. And then I go from there, and I just start listing what is due during that pay period. Okay, this is all I got to pay. This is what's due and what I need to pay. This is not just what I need to pay. I need groceries. I got to budget that in. I need gas. I need to budget that in. I need to budget in food for Violet and grooming services that she needs. I have to budget in, everything. I budget in every single thing, in there. My trash services, and even if it's $5, I budget it in. And sometimes I over budget. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm very zealous. I'm thinking, okay, well, I don't have that much money, so then I have to go back in and I have to readjust it and make budget cuts. But it's up to me. I have the power to decide where my money's going and what it's going to be doing for me. And it's not that my money's ruling me and running around wild anymore. I'm telling it, and I'm saying, assigning it where it's going to go and what it's going to do. And that's the way it needs to be. Okay? So just do something very simple like this. And I keep mine all in one notebook so that I can just go back and refer to it. Or the next time, like, when I get paid again, I can sit down. I see what, was how everything went in this budget and that kind of thing. Sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 in a row and then add to it if I need to, if something unexpected comes in. But yeah, at least I have, a very good idea of everything that's going out, and I have an idea on what's coming in, a good idea what's coming in, and then I can go from there. And then I just start, paying the bills as they're due. Sometimes I pay them all at once so that, I don't mess up and think, oh, I want to go. Okay, well, I'll skip this month, and I'll make up for it next month because I really want this, or I want to go do this, or so I don't. I normally try to pay everything the first couple days of getting my check. That way, I'm not tempted to spend the money. It's not there to spend. So, and my bills are paid. So that's more important to me at this point. Okay, I also want to talk to you guys. My mouth is so dry today. I'm sorry. So that's how I manage my money. Been managing it, and it's working wonderful. But there's a lot of different ways that I am saving money. Okay, I wrote it a whole list down, and I named it my frugal ways. So, I there's a lot of things that I just will not do. I will not buy. I will not buy. I will not do. Um, that kind of thing. So let's go over some of those at first. Things that I don't do to save money is I don't eat out. I don't eat out. I take my lunch to work and I cook. Okay. I'm just going to give you a few ideas here, and then I might do another video and go in more detail on other things I don't do. I don't do cable. I don't do internet. Let's see. I don't buy coffee out or drinks because that's very, very expensive. Um, let's see. What else do I do? Um, I do my own hair. Okay. I cut and color my own hair. So if you're able to do that, that's a great way to save money. How many of you go do your nails? I do my own nails. I haven't done them in a while, but I do my own nails, and that's very, very cheap to do them yourself. I also do my own eyebrows. I wax my own eyebrows and take care of them myself. Um, so I don't smoke anymore. That's a big plus into saving money. Um, let's see. I stay home, which conserves my gas. And I'm not out spending money. And I try to do like all my errands like all at once. Like I try to do like on a bill paying like a bill or a pay week that I have, I'll try to, decide, okay, I need to go do this and this and this. And I try to do everything all on the same day and get it all done at once. Even if I'm gone like all one whole day, I'll do it because then I'm home the rest of the time. I don't have to worry about running and getting this and running it and that. So it gives me more time to be at home, and I enjoy being at home. Let's see. I cook everything and I do my own meal prep and plan my meals, and my snacks. So don't forget, and your lunches. So if you're going to do something like that, make sure that you plan your meals, you plan your snacks, and you plan your lunches as well. I make my own snacks. A lot of times the prepackaged snacks are very, very expensive, so I'll do my own snacks. I'll pop up a bunch of popcorn and make it different ways, different flavors and stuff, and then I'll put it in bags, and then I'll grab a bag of popcorn and take it to work and munch on that for snack, or I snack on it here at home. So that helps, really, really to cut down on costs. Because you buy a bag of that normal popcorn that's already popped and it's already got like, cheese and stuff on it. You're talking $3, $4 for a bag of that. And I'm paying like maybe $3, $4 for a box of popcorn, that I can throw in my microwave and pop. A lot of times though, I also like to get bagged popcorn, just loose popcorn, pop it myself because that's even more cost effective. So yeah, don't try to do some things like that. Um, so budget for everything. I budget for every single thing. I write out a grocery list when I go to get my groceries, and I'm still trying to play around with my grocery budget. $100 every 2 weeks. Is a little much for me to spend out. But I was going like really, really cheap. I was doing like maybe $60 to $70 one pay week, and then maybe 30 the next pay week. So I was barely doing 100 a month, and that was just not getting me by. I was realizing that it actually was costing me more money because then I wouldn't have anything to take to work for lunches or snacks. So then I purchased more. And so I was spending the money anyway. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to increase my budget for my groceries and see how that works. And this last week it's worked really, really well. I've not had to buy, um, I had to buy a few things, but not like I normally do. So I'm just, I'm trying to do different things and see what works for me and see what doesn't. So maybe that's some things if you guys are really wanting to attack your debt and become debt free and become more frugal and how and ways to save money and to budget your money, these are some ways that I have found that have been helpful for me. And maybe they'll be helpful for you too. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on here talking for about 20 minutes now. I want to do another video and go more into detail about my frugal ways because I do have, I mean, a lot, a lot of different things. I do have a lot of different things on here and ideas. So if you guys want to see that, click the like button and I'll get on it and we'll get that done. So I hope you enjoyed this video and it was good seeing you. And thank you guys so much for joining me. And little Miss Violet's been over here so quiet. Can you come over here? Oh, there she is. There she is. My sweetie. Okay, say bye. Bye. Say bye. Okay, bye guys. Love ya.